Hi everyone, I'm back. Genshin 4.0 is out. Let's go to Fontaine. I'm so excited. I just finished my exam and hopping right into this. I'm also dead as tired as fuck. Oh, come on, downloading resources. I've got to do this. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my god, why the hell is it so slow? Alright, halfway there. Come on. Oh, and it's still verifying afterwards. And then the initial loading screen. Oh well, I can wait. Will say though that I am getting a little bit on Genshin, so I might play another game on stream tonight because I just need to take the day off. Might try and finish off Cereza if I have the energy. We'll see. Alright, we're in the verifying section now. On 40%, 43%. Hi, Lee. Yeah, I know, I'm just waiting. It is fucking long. To be expected though, I just literally opened it up. Also, I've already seen the map because I have it pulled up with me right now, just so I can start checking stuff off as I travel through Fontaine, and holy fuck, the map looks so fucked up right now. They have got to fill in the gap between Fontaine and Leah and Mondstadt eventually, because it just looks awkward as fuck. So I'm excited to see what all the new UI bullshit is like. So that'll be fun. Yay, 100%, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Finally the load screen. Finally the actual load screen. Last time you played this was when Ito came out. I don't even know what version that is at this point. I mean, back when it was like 2.0 some 2.x, I can still remember banners. At this point, no, I can't. I can't remember banner order anymore. The most I can do is probably the featured event. It's too much. Too much. But yeah, Fontaine's coming out. I'm excited. There we go. We're in. All right, and before I hop over to Fontaine, chapter 4. Yeah, I'm gonna just quickly wrap up my dailies real quick. Today's Wednesday. I'll fight Apep last, cause then it'll be easier for me to teleport over. Like seriously, this map is ridiculous. There's this huge empty gap over here. It's so dumb. I love it. All right, where's my dailies? So dumb. Oh wait, I want to check out the new team select screen. Should be pretty, right? Holy fuck, that is pretty. Okay, so they're supposed to be swapping animations now, right?
Some in-the-field research?
That's cool. I've already seen Hu Tao's before because I've seen it
For me to join you?
like in the live stream, but that's still pretty cool. Man, I get to see every character's intro except for Tanari's because I don't have him. That's actually pretty cool. It feels like they did reuse some animations. Oh, where the hell is Wonder coming in from? Like, some of them does feel like the idols, so it makes sense. Wutong's doesn't though, unless it's really just that one angle. Oh, it even shows the weapon I have currently equipped on them. That's cool. Wait, what's up with your weapon? Why is it ice? The textures take a while to load in. That's funny. Interesting how many of them just come in flying. The fox hand sign. Ah, his claw's tinier. Watch them put that single area in the mid. I know, right? Venti did a banner comeback. Yeah, there was a rerun banner, like at least one per region. There was definitely one in Inazuma. I think 2.3, 2.2, 2.2. I was no 2.3, 2.3. I remember joking about it with Rara back then because Raiden came out in 2.1 and then Zhongli was 2.3. I was like, sorry, 2. Zhongli was in 2.2, and then I was like, hey, it'd be funny if they like just do Archon banner release non-stop and then he comes out in 2.3 and he did, and no one fucking believed me. And it's Yayakas. Okay. And now with Zhongli coming out in like 4.0 second half, I fully believe they're going to do another Archon rerun with Colors coming out in 4.1, and then Raiden or Venti in 4.2 and 4.3. Don't know what order they'll be in though. Oh, I won't be able to see what Eater's one look like. Shite. Yeah, that's definitely her idol. Some of them they definitely just reuse the idols. Still cool though. I don't know why some of them you reuse idol and some of them didn't. Oh, that's cool. That's cute. Oh, that goes real fucking well with his pirate outfit. Have fun, probably gonna grind Master Duel. Whenever players anyway. Have fun with that, Lee. I'm gonna have fun. I'm definitely gonna have fun. It'll be painful fun, but it'll be fun. So people just have hammer space in this world, huh? Holy shit, she mastered Chunibyo. Interesting. Oh, that's cute. Oh, she can cartwheel? Damn, I forgot about Aloy. The fact that she actually does have an idol though. Like, they actually updated her for this. Please don't give me hope. Everyone's still waiting for Aloy cons. That feels like it would be uncomfortable to sleep on. Wait, where's our hyphen? I forgot what his was. Or just the book, alright. Well then, I'm gonna keep Young Fei in there for now to get some EXP. Why is there a random dead bird? Caravan Reap though. I mean, I guess that is like one of the closest villages to the entryway. Still. To defeat the Huns. Yeah, Huns, you're just Ronin. Okay, next daily. Oh, I get EXP books today, yay!
One client, two clients.
This way. Time to defeat the Mirror Maiden, the Mirror Mummy. Olga. Man, I don't even. I'm a little sad that I didn't manage to get any RNG daily on 4.0, but oh well. I'm not wrong, I only have like 2 left in Inazuma, then I can move on to Sumeru. Fortunately, those 2 are gonna take a heckin' long time. No orange. Ooh, I'm gonna get a lot of EXP books now to be able to level up everyone. I actually ran out of EXP books, by the way. I honestly cannot believe that happened. That's not Genshin team, that is. So, what was it? The background of the party select screen is based on where you open it up. Honestly, just the background itself would be a very nice wallpaper. So we open it up in like other areas. I'm not gonna be using this. It has like the borderlines for each country, I swear.
Know my soul. Let me weave you a verse.
Who the other fuck? Oh, there he is.
Rain outlines your fate. Boom, boom.
Honestly, the more dynamic poses also look real nice. Rather than just standing in a row. I'm glad that's something that they used from Star Rail. I should probably do the damn Yanfei, just 3 more levels and I can swap you out for someone else. I think my goal now is to just level up all the Mondstadt characters and then all the Leah characters and so on and so forth. I'm still gonna be grinding for all the other countries' maps as I go along though.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
Wrong character. Too many Inazuma characters need these maps. That's all? That's all? Good. Wait, I saw a drop. Okay, next few dailies is over here. Gentleman and voltage charge. Alright, this way first then. If I do this, then I can just stay on my friendship team for the next couple of cast. Damn, he really didn't. Oh, he did. Well. You're not trapped. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Oh no, I can't hit him. I hate that happens. Should really put some fucking pillars everywhere. Not the pillar I wanted. How the fuck? They shifted yet. That worked. Stupidly. I'm so lucky I had a capitalist ruler in this party. Okay. Friendship. Last daily. Oh wait, it's the underground maps now, right? Forgot about those. So if I select this. Why is it? Has even the PMA map? That's interesting. Oh, that's so good. Dotted lines to show you that it's on the wrong layer. So if I go over it. That's so nice. Damn. What happens if I go to Mondstadt? Mondstadt has nothing. But it's only that area. Oh shit, this is scary though. So blue marker means it's that layer. Alright, that's cool. Man, this would have been so useful at the start of 3.0. Why the fuck are you only including it now? Wait, no, that's not what I want. L plus up. Yeah, give me the tutorial gem.
Can't catch me.
How far away is that? 8 kilometers, good to know. Hmm, 3 Inazuma characters. That's interesting. And entirely coincidental as well. Pretty sure I don't need this for anyone anymore, but what the hell. Okay, daily's done. Boss fight, domains. Oh, BP stuff. Right, I need to do those now.
Add as. Thank you for Add as.
I did not log in last night, huh? Not to be fair, I also had exams, so I was like studying. Okay, 20 food. Do I want to cook? Or do I want to wait for Fontaine recipes? I'll wait for Fontaine recipes. How much resin do I have left? 60. Go and fight APAP. Okay, wait, just real quick, I want to check all this out. Hey, hello, Lenny. Man, I don't really need Yelan. Double bow. That's weird. Alright, what else is there? BP. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Claim all. Oh boy.
Let the magic begin.
I can invite, right? I can just have her now. Yay, first Fontaine character.
Let the magic begin.
Okay, test runs. Whatever the hell that is. Okay, let's do the test runs. Oh, I can see Linny's intro. I forgot about that. Okay, so
Now disappear.
simple 4-hit combo. Honestly, he's lit.
A round of applause.
Okay, one thing I am a bit sad. I had a theory that Linny and Lynette would have some sort of combo attacks that would work only if you have both of them in the same party. I'm sad that didn't come true. I wish it was an actual thing.
Here comes the finale.
So my theory was that on the off chance that someone actually does, okay, not off chance, but if you do actually have Linny and Lynette in the same party, they will unleash a better attack. Because that would be really cool. Like, certain characters have synergies with each other. They did that in Honkai Impact 3rd with the new Hershers, or at least the Hersher outfits. I'm not too sure on what it is actually, but yeah. So it wouldn't be too weird. Anyway, that theory's gone. I'm sad. Yeah, I know how to use Elon. Oops, I forgot how to use Elon.
Come a little closer.
I'm literally just spamming buttons at this point.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
You're in for a little shock.
Busted.
She literally just about to kick him in the head. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, wait. Where Lenny? Damn, it's using up so much. That hurts. It hurts. Hey, what's your NC? That's cool. What's your other idol? It's from the trailer. Oh, I should switch your weapon out. What's a random 5-star random battle weapon I can give you? 5-star. It will give you food for no reason whatsoever. Constellation. What's the name? It doesn't say. Oh no, it'll be under the tributes, wouldn't it? Hotel Buffet. Oh, Feliz Alba, there we go.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Linny's magic assistant, and if you have work-related inquiries, please ask Linny. If you have questions related to seeing a magic show, please ask the ticket office. You want to talk to me? Then get to the point.
Aye. Right then. The other test runs before I forget, because I am very prone to forgetting. Which character is on the Barbara? Oh, because she's a starter character. Okay. Nope, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. Wrong button. Okay, Lynette. I want to go get Lynn. Just jump right in.
Over here! By royal decree! Boba, get them! Rain outlines your fate. Be amazed! Midnight, Fantastic! Eat this! Let me weave you a verse.
The sword fighting style is much nicer. Okay, exit. Oh, my results. Okay, let's character trial. Then fighting a pep.
Nice and spicy.
What did I just do?
You're in for a little shock.
Everybody stand. Ring cutter.
Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Get out of here. Take cover. Eat this. Out of the frying pan into the.
Witness the power. Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in.
Okay, that should be everything, right? Right. Why am I beeping? Those considered domain challenges? Okay. What's it called? Smitty. I hope I get the what's it? Fontaine recipe soon because I will forget about those. Oh crap, I just messed up. I want to stay at 5. Wait, how much more do I have? Huh. Holy shit, I dropped a lot of Mora. I did not realize it dropped that far. Okay, a pep. Had the 2 pop piece? I didn't remember the second one. Oh, yo. Oh, my back. Holy shit. What the hell was that stretch? Yeah, but not this team. Man, I'm swapping Yanfei out. Wait, no, not Yanfei. Oh wait, the desert background. Sweet. Actually, yeah, I can do this. Can I? Yeah, I can. Holy shit, 32 gigabytes and some mobile phone users like get freaking 100 hours. That's so sad. Alright. Actually, this isn't APAP, this is. I'm inside APAP.
Incinerate. Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue. Access denied. Next on the agenda. I
Okay, there we go, phase 2.
Allow me. Hold the line. Born of ice and frost.
There we go, phase 3. Ah, you scratch my back, this is bad. Okay.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. For Rex Lapis.
Ah, frame me, bish. I would enter the shield if it would show up.
Allow me.
Wait, what happened to my...
Motion to compel.
Oh, Yanfei. Why? Holy fuck, what the hell is happening? What the fuck just happened? How close, Owen? Alright, let's find a Statue of the Seven to heal up. And then over to Caravan Rebat. Okay. Now to here and to start Fontaine. Alright, before I continue, let's do my first 10 pull. Actually, I haven't have I got stuff from the shop? I probably have. I just want to check just in case. In case I have that entry, alright. Yep. 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 Alright, first 10 pull, let's see what happens. Probably not gonna get him. I'll be very shocked if I get him. Yeah. Oh, cool, another Lynette. That was fast.
Should we really be off?
Not the filter sort. There we go. Not profile cons. I'm sorry. Stario, the extra thingies go to the bottom, so I just kind of went there by default. Let's get up all this.
There's still a lot left to do.
Would this be an adequate team for Fontaine? Can I use my Sumeru team one? I hope so. I really hope so. If not, I'll just use my normal team.
Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembered. Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Good memory, Paimon.
So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahida's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yeah, but as long as we are around, it's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next?
This called main protagonist, Imagine G.
All because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine. Alright, let's continue our journey.
Ah, look who it is.
Oh wow, they
You in a
did
place
not
like
expect
this,
any Sumeru characters to appear.
Still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia!
Yeah.
Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We are preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. What is vegan? Evil
Are
eye.
you serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two?
Aww.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no
I see the
clue.
Fontaine idiot in the background.
But don't worry. We'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my
leave?
god. Sorry. I just realized. Cat with blue hat. He did a video of how to travel from city to city. How the fuck is he gonna get from Sumeru to Fontaine? Walking. How many... My god, he's gonna have to cross like what, all of this rainforest, 3 deserts on foot without walking. Oh my god. Cat with blue hat is screwed. Alright, we'll leave as soon as we finished a few more preparations.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
This guy sus.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
In her case, she'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Take care. Bye, dear.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Man, this is sad. After settling matters in Sumeru, you approach the border with Fontaine. Do they just teleport me over? Also, the path to Fontaine on the map goes through the Pari Desert and the Exiled Order of Scribes, or whatever the hell they're called, I cannot remember. How? Holy shit. I don't know what this looked like before. Oh my god. I can't. A viewpoint already. Why are my viewpoints not checked off? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Viewpoints. Oh, weird. Weird. They're not on the map yet. Why are they not on the map? Oh, so weird. Where's Snap it? Yeah. First look. Source Water Nation added to the archive. Alright, I'm gonna backtrack now, cause collectibles. Alright, this one should be over there. Ooh, I see it. Okay. Next one is this way.
We're way behind schedule.
Actually, I kind of wanted this place to even be visible from the beginning because huge mountain range was blocking the way, wasn't it? Okay, I see the rock pile. Still gonna be in the middle of all that mess. Oh, city's underground. Alright then, guess I'm doing something else. This is the official path to Fontaine from Sumeru? It's so weird. I will never stop saying that. It is long and windy. They could have just done so many more shortcuts. Oh, there's not gonna be any more zip arounds, are there, in Fontaine? Yeah, this does not look official. This looks sketchy as fuck. Chemin Oubli. What? I guess the constant explosive, huh? Alright, I'll check this time trial off.
Remarkable condition.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. What the hell is that? What the hell, Lord, I'm gonna say about that? It's more. Weird. Fossils, maybe? Oh, is this the pop of the ocean it's? Maybe. Oh, there's another chest. This isn't marked. Okay, I see the CD end bit right there. Where the hell? Oh, there are a lot of treasure chests, huh? Damn it, I don't want to collect these yet. They're not on the map.
Was also fulfilling a contract.
Damn it! Oh, is it the new swimming mechanic? Is it getting real messy? Yeah, I'm not gonna collect them yet. I'll wait for the map to update and then I'll start collecting them. Oh, newer ones. Sorry, not new ones, different ones. I guess one thing about exploring this path, I get to collect lots of Kabe mats. Oh god, Kabe mats. Yes, because I'm not collecting the chest doesn't mean I can't unlock it first. Also, Traveler, you went through this entire end path and you didn't freaking kill anyone? Oh, cool, Celestia. Is it under Fontaine?
Healthy body,
Almost. Damn.
healthy mind.
Okay, people were very right about that. Oh, I see the statue of the 7. I see the moon. Alright, there's supposed to be another rock pile somewhere. It's on top of that thing. No, apparently it's more this way. Oh, honestly, the treasure chest will probably get added in like a day or two. Oh, there it is. I know why these get added in so fast, but not like yeah, like the random rock power that time costs, but not the treasure chest. It's weird. Man, I'm not gonna be able to explore that way.
We're way behind schedule.
Give me my Wave Rider. So quaint compared to all these Fontaine ships. Wait, where is Sumeru City respective to here? Yeah, surely they could just create a more direct path. There has to be another path in the future that goes through like this side, right? Because it's water. My first Hydroculus! Oh my god! Galactaton! Again! Oh yes. Pain. Alright, check that one off. Ooh, NPC, can I talk to you? Neat. Melusine.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
So I heard. It's about as impressive as what I imagined.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
I'll journey to find my sibling and also to find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court
of justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
So they see trials as a sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
A judgment device created by the Archon. So this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Make an appointment? Time slots?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon.
Oh, the Melusine is so cute in the background.
People can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now!
I mean, wasn't Zhongli also described like that before he quote-unquote died? So...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
What is it about their faces that make them seem more...
Yes, you're right. I guess
Or at least
I
the girl,
should
she
really
seems...
try to be a little
don't
more
know.
respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems like the people of Fontaine really like the Hydro Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh.
What the
Maybe
hell?
something's the matter.
Why is Lynette just randomly...
The water, is she?
Why is Lynette just randomly...
Maybe we better go check on her.
Why is Lynette just randomly out here? I guess this is why you can just invite her, huh? Alright, hang on. I just remembered that I actually turned on my volume for the game quite a while back, so let me turn it back up and hopefully don't kill everyone with its loudness. How's the volume like now? Okay, that seems fine.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there.
You went to Sumeru for? Okay.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids, or a fantastical race from Fontaine.
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh
Oh.
water.
That
Although
solves so
I
many
can see
questions.
that hill clearly in my memories. Now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Line.
It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking to somebody.
Please, yes, call it out. There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon, because you always steal all my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
The shade. The shade.
Seems
I
you're
love
right,
it.
Paimon. We are very similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hello, Lenny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hello, Paimon.
Why the specific moving around?
Paimon, get a handshake! You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
That's not sus at all.
Right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Hello, Lenny. Oh, I want to go see the Melusine.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
That was really fast. That was really fast. What the fuck? Oh, this is chlorine, right? Holy shit, this is the fastest we've been introduced to an Archon, hasn't it? Step into the nation and meet them immediately.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all.
There you go.
Raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived
The
in our nation.
fuck?
Toast in honor of this traveler and her companion.
The hell?
Journeyed here from distant lands.
Why? Why am I getting called out? That's creepy. That's sus.
Is she talking about us?
Nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake
Oh.
as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless.
Oh, her eyes are so pretty.
I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Damn, the drama. Well, finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Ahem. Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does
The
this
Nev
mean
bid.
they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see. Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting, bring it on. Fighting gods, I got a resume. Well, that was speedrunning Fontaine, huh? Gonna speedrun like the storyline of Fontaine, get into trouble with the cops and meet the Archon.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, Traveler? Provoking a god in front of
She's the one that fucking.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a
Now we
true
just
warrior.
think shit's loads older than you.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere
God
duel will
damn,
not
just
strike a bell
dramatic.
for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
What if I just never go to court then?
All right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't committed any crimes. We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Yes?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
We didn't release in Fontaine. She was already released long before Fontaine.
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object? Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
What? What? Ah, when Linny patted you on the back. Oh, so that was what was up with the weird positioning. Did Linny think this would happen all along?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete. Performance? You see all this as a performance? In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo! Just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But
The
that's
fuck just
probably
happened?
Paimon.
What the fuck just happened? Thanks for filling us out, Lenny. Did you know that was gonna happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Okay.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims.
Oh man, cross over
so they
Phoenix,
can
right,
only be
please?
regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have
Oh,
astonishing
hammer
capacity.
space.
I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving.
Was a
around
legit
like
hammer
this.
space.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! This is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
I have the feeling it's going to be setting up something much further down as well. Oh right, achievements are a thing. I forgot about that. Where am I at? Where my achievement list? Okay, Paramount. No. Wonders of the world. Like water disappearing into water. Hear about the prophecy that's been circulating around Fontaine. Wow, it's real far down. Why is it so far down? Why is it so far down? I can't talk to you.
Next on the agenda,
I don't know how to pronounce that. Etienne? Bulletin board has been specially set up by the Harbour Master of Maritime Harbour to publicize all important matters in and around the harbour. Any questions may also be posted here. Continue reading. The Maison Gardiennage would like to remind you that the Maritime Harbour is near the desert and a large number of illegal individuals calling themselves Eremite have been active nearby. Merchants passing through should remain vigilant. If you see something, say something. Contact the Maison Gardiennage to deal with any suspicious persons. Mention officers, any and all dealing within Fontaine will require application and registration with the appropriate authorities. Private unapproved deals are strictly prohibited. Any participants will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Any and all losses and damages resulting from unauthorized private deals will be borne by the participants. Arrests made by the Maison Gardiennage will not be considered duels or dueling behavior. If you wish to uphold your honor, you may apply for a duel during the trial process. Refrain from any last-ditch resistance if you wish to avoid meaningless losses. Wanted, name unknown, seeking any and all. Male Fontainian, one leg is in a prosthetic replacement, known alias Mr. Sollig. has conducted illegal performances at Romaritime Station, resulting in the disruption of public order. Rewards are available for information leading to the capture of this individual. If you have any related information, please contact the Maison Cartoonage. Attention officers. Oh, wait. Okay. So done. Plus, I see one of Linny's posters there. Cool.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
Oh, I forgot. It's autoplay off.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and...
So these are common items then, not a
Thanks.
Linny item?
Please also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Or something that Linny is known for making and selling.
But where would I move to? Snezhnaya? Liyue?
Why not Mondstadt? You're pretty similar in culture after all. Or Geryu.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death. What do you think? Pretty interesting story, huh?
I'm more interested why your office seems sexist. Why do girls wear short skirts while you get long pants, huh? That's really cool clockwork. I know it's probably not going to be practical in any way to try and replicate that, but... Oh, interesting. New clothes. Ooh, sparkly. My first Fontainian collectible is a... Marcotte. Okay.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Damn, imagine trying to climb up that thing.
Next on
People
the
gonna
agenda.
be dead. So I've seen the green ones are the Sumerian ships and the blue ones are Fontainian. Makes sense as well in terms of like how they're designed. Oh, big boy. Also like Sumerian ships also seem more like classical ships. Yeah, I sure hope she likes the present I picked out ever so carefully. A present? That's right, I've chosen something special from Fontaine to give to my lady love. Curious? I hope. All the other sailors hurried off to the court of Fontaine the moment we came ashore. Only I came back here. Sailing is hard work, yeah, but I truly look forward to setting sail once more to see my lady love in Natlan. When it comes to passions, I am nothing if not a serious man. If all goes well, I will even be willing to change line of work and stay with her. But there are quite a few tribes where she lives, and different tribes come with different rules. Will I be able to integrate smoothly? Interesting. First law about Natlan in the general storyline. Also, where the Melusine? Where the cute little Melusine? Disappeared. No. Oh well. Galati. Hey, you on a Sumerian ship.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not. I really can't imagine what it would be like if things changed.
Very
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
No kidding.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Okay. I thought I caught some already. Royal Maritime flowers. Are they like going to be only specific to this area? Because that would be very stupid in terms of trying to get rare materials.
We have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get ups and turn Traveler into Hydro. Wait, hang on, Traveler, where's... Okay, good, I remaxed all their talents.
Let's move out.
Oh, this is interesting. So if this is the normal lift, then where's the boat? Ooh, Millicent. When I first saw you, I thought you must be some sort of local adapter. Sorry about that, really. It's fine, the adapter and the legends you told me about seem really amazing. It is my honor to have been considered one of them. Haha, all's well, as long as you don't mind. I'll be real sad that someone as small and cute as you were to dislike me. Well, I do look quite small, sure, but I'm at least a few hundred years old. Eh? I heard this must be your first time in Fontaine, right? Do you need me to introduce you to some local habits and customs? Consider it a thanks for telling me stories of Liet. Would you really? Thank you, Melusine. Is that how you pronounce that? Yep, your pronunciation's great. Well then, let's start. Oh wow. Spontaneous must have been curious as fuck when that random tree just appeared out of nowhere. Alright, where's my traveler team? I don't have a traveler team. Oh no. Oh, cool. Nice background. Well, I guess I'm trashing this team. Goodbye, Summer Bottleland team.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Just run around, traveling Hydro again. Wait, let me see this statue of 7. That does not look like Focalors. What the fuck? That does not look like her. Are we 3% done with this place? What the hell? Eh? Did lights just start flooding from the statue of the 7 just now? That's so weird. Did anything like this ever happen before? It's normal for a statue of 7 to glow. You mean you didn't feel uncomfortable at all? Huh? Water. The water is speaking to me. Wow, I feel like I'm using what feels to breathe. Like, Paimon's gonna believe you. If you can crack jokes like that, you must be fine. So after it lit up like that, the air does feel a lot more humid. Maybe it's because of all the hydro energy that was released? Hey, Paimon heard that in Fontaine, if you can use elemental energy properly, you can even swim underwater. Maybe you can even find sunken treasure. Paimon will leave diving for treasure to you. Paimon will stand on the shore and wait for you. He'll be lonely going underwater alone. You could try doing something like that for once, Paimon. Wow, but being in the water is scary. What if Paimon accidentally gets swept in a current and gets all turned around and dizzy? And then she won't be able to fly away no matter what. Just like before Paimon met you back in Mondstadt. Then I'll fish you out again. Really? Then maybe Paimon can try going underwater with you. You better not go back on your word. So Paimon has hydrophobia. Fontaine's blessing. A mysterious power that flows out of the statue will imbue you with the blessing of the transoceanic source water. Your progress will remain unhindered so long as you are moving through the lakes of Fontaine. Under the protection of the transoceanic source water, when you expand, what you expand while moving underwater is not stamina but aquatic stamina. As such, when your aquatic stamina is expanded, you will not drown. Okay. Oh wait, I'm not in Hydro yet. Resonate Hydro. The sword looks like an anchor. That's cool. Oh, what the fuck was that? That was cool. Okay, hang on. Motel Travelis Series 4. Obtain the power of Hydro. What the hell was that power? His sword is still the same. What sword am I using? Ooh. Ooh! Wait, is he using my HP? Okay. I might not use that. Will I ever be able to sail to the world's end? About your next route? My first mate and I haven't really made plans that just yet. I do hope that we will be able to make it a little further. Each time I return to land and look back upon the route that we just took in this manner, I can't help but sigh. Even the longest of sea routes is still all too short when seen from on high. Perhaps one cannot traverse every river and every ocean in a single lifetime. But since I've chosen this path, you'll never know what you'll encounter unless you try, right? Haha. Like the constant adventures. Yes, my friend, precisely. Navigating to the end of the world is my goal, and the process of achieving it is just as important. Though I am not an adventurer, my adventuring experiences are just as thrilling as theirs. Nothing. Seriously, did no one freak out when the giant-ass glowing tree appeared? Could you tell me about the prophecy? Although there have been instances of rising water levels in our history, I'm inclined to focus on my current life and what I'll do before the prophecy comes to pass. I mean, everyone must return to their home and set their feet on solid ground one day, after having departed on countless voyages. As for distant dangers like prophecies, I think it's best left to long-lived beings such as deities. Wait, why is this? Yay, one more gem. Hermosa adventurer self-proclaimed. These photos are all pretty good. I guess I'll ask the editors to take their pick. Are you a photographer? I'm afraid not. I'm good at photography, yes, but I prefer the title adventurer. I take my cat on various adventures and take many photos that tell a story. I mean, who says pictures can't tell stories? Some of these get published in the newspaper and some get used as illustration for books. Each one of my pictures will definitely contain my cat. Makes them easy to identify, you know? Cool. Fables de Fontaine too. Guess that's this book. Yep. Okay. There is also another Hydroculus. Please don't go. Thank you. Rena the Navid. Wait, let me check this out. Hydroculus. Machines make work easier, but there's something rather boring about them. Wanna chat? Sure, but where should we start? I was just thinking that I should meet up with a friend at the opera house on my off day. We can watch an opera or a trial. Either is fine with me. I've been on duty at the harbor lately and I've been inspecting machines on the regular, day in and day out. Nothing special. But thinking about it a different way, boring work might be meaningless, but at least it's safe. If I was still dispatched to the Fontaine Research Institute for further studies in mechanical knowledge, I might no longer have legs to touch land, you know? What if I wanted to take a boat to the Court of Fontaine? Ah, you speak of the aqua buses that travel along Fontaine's waterways, eh? This is the starting point of the Clementine line, which heads from Romaritime Harbour to the Court of Fontaine. If you want to take one of those boats to the court, just take a seat on that long bench and one will arrive shortly. The Melusine tour guide on board will introduce you to some assorted trivia, so stay tuned. Cool. Wait, so there isn't any way for normal boats to get up here? Okay. Sherry's. That gentleman from Sumeru seems to be a real careful sort. We find even if I don't guide him, I reckon. Gentleman from Sumeru? Yes, he seems to work at the academia and decided to travel here during a vacation. I heard that he's very meticulous in research and in life. He found me through several layers of relationships and invited me to be his guide. Which is fine, of course. I've got lots of free time, so I can accompany him everywhere. But compared to traveling itself, he seems to enjoy designing itineraries more. He even wanted to carefully calculate the length of aquabus rides. I can help speed him up. It's okay. I don't mean to rush him. It's a good thing to think carefully while making plans for the future and then slowly enjoying the rest of it. It's just that he seems to be a bit too preoccupied and forgot to have some of the bread that I bought for him. I can't finish the bread alone. Would you like to share it with me? Garlic baguette! I got garlic bread! Oh my god! Garlic bread! Yes! Garlic bread! Is this gonna be same? Farewell sparrows stripping under the old moon, greetings, flower blooming in a new land. Though I haven't got the foggiest notion of what this says, it looks interesting. Can someone explain it to me? How can you not understand something that simple? She obviously just said her goodbyes to someone named Sparrow shopping under the old moon and then accidentally met someone named Flowers blooming in it. Oh, I get it now, but my name's so weird. So you're wrong, yeah, I have a strange name like that. Okay. And shall all guests, for safety reasons, we'd like to remind you not to stick your heads, hands, or other body parts on and personal items outside the aquabus at any time while aquabus is in operation. Aquabus operators bears no responsibility whatsoever for any injuries or loss incurred as a result of such accidents. In addition, the aquabus may only accept passenger travel. Please contact suppliers of cargo transport services to transport commercial goods at your own expenses. For more information about the aquabus services, please contact Navbed Reina. Bounty first and last names both unknown. Okay, Solid again. Duels again. Eremites. Fontaine Fishing Associations. Oh shit, fishing! It completely slipped my mind till now. Looking for master line breakers to engage in the great business of line breaking together, please contact us for details on the Blazers as line breaking. Why haven't I heard of it? The art of line breaking, as it was, to put your honor and your life on the line in an epic duel. It requires us to push ourselves to our limit, maximizing our potential as we face the ultimate challenge. Only through this art can we claim victory over the craven weakling cowering within ourselves, as well as the fish beneath the waves, and place honor, joy, and fish themselves into our bag. Isn't that just fishing? Suspicious individuals have been approaching passerbys outside the city seeking help testing medicines. For Maritime Station would like to remind you, for your health and safety, do not use any potions crafted by non-professional potioneers. If you are unwell after taking any potions, please find a licensed physician for a consultation immediately. What? Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Kalos Lions has been. Oh, this was in one of the events, wasn't it? There is so many. Holy crap. Okay, I think I've looped back around to the beginning. Yeah, okay, I've read them all. Damn, this one has so much more. Why did I just happen to loop back to the beginning a lot earlier on the bottom one? When I want to walk around this place, time left can be used to, hey, are you? Oh, hey there, I'm planning my itinerary. Before I arrived in Fontaine, I did have a plan ready, but I just met with a nice person named Cherries, and it seems that I'll now have to make some adjustments. You see, there's an art to even setting up a tour itinerary. It must be fresh and innovative. It also needs to be rigorously managed, and you need to adapt to the situation on the ground. Now that I think about it, even filling out a form has gained an element of fun. Alright. So I did want to go, because apparently it's like a domain there. Oh. Oh, so that's where the ship lived. Weird. Very weird. I'm just abandoning Linny at this point, huh? Lockbook crane. Interesting. Sorry, I just saw that. I want to collect it. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Of course, it'll be at the top of the fucking mountain. Of course. Of course. How the hell am I breath water welding up this cliff? Hey, made it. These chests are marked out. Are not the ones in Sumeru? Weird. Anyway, what you domain? The Gnomon of Sin. Oh, artifact. I'm gonna switch teams. Ooh, treasure hoarders. Ooh, I got an actual maritime flower now. Sweet.
Finally done.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was
This
also
should
fulfilling a
be
contract.
this chest. And I saw another one over there. Is that water eidolon? They exist outside? Wait, what? The seals drops mats. Not... Okay. I'm gonna be seal hunting now. Huh. These water eidolons also seem different. Oh, they are enemies. I just found a random ass achievement. Oh shit, they transform. Why were you not freezing?
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. I'm just gonna carry the last two chests in this area and then... Nah, actually, no, I'm not. Let's go backwards. Hi Lenny, sorry I left you overnight. I went to explore.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may
It's a
not
bit
have
like
any
Kokomi.
energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Oh, they just walked off.
notice anything?
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Oh, understood. Leave it to me.
All right, let's go.
Oh. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's fascinating. It doesn't teleport me directly to the statue. Here.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Get ready to stop her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this path. The rest is up to Linny.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Surely there's no reason for us to stay here. Let's go find Linny.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, he up here as well.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make
You
sure
know
he
what?
was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Ride the aqua bus to the court of Fontaine. Maybe I will.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, Charlotte.
Huh?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
It's Charlotte.
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the Aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That would definitely get my attention. That's not really the kind of news you're after.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents.
Actually,
just
raises the
remembered.
question: when is Charlotte gonna be a playable character?
Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
That's long.
Ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal at work.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Continue talking on the aqua bars, and before you know it, you're arriving at your destination. I didn't get any trivia about Fontaine though.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
This song sounds very Ghibli. Very, very Ghibli.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Since now everything we should shift
I'm
the
in hopes we can
maps.
chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have
Oh,
all
wow.
the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where
Yeah,
to
Mondstadt
start
is
anyway.
tiny compared to Fontaine now. Alright, where on the map am I? What is that? Hey, trailer shot. Oh. Interesting. So Sumeru spiraled upwards, Fontaine's spirals downwards? Oh man, this is massive now, ain't it? Also, I'm no longer on the map. Navigate there soon. Remia. Morning crowds larger than the afternoon one. What's all the crowd? Sort that wear hats. Different humans exhibit different behaviors. Some wear hats and others don't. Same for drinking coffee or being in a hurry. Love categorizing them as summarizing the various patterns they follow. For example, more people wear hats in the morning than in the afternoon. You know what that is? So I'm just like a bit tired from speaking, so I'm going to be just silently reading all the other dialogue. Oh, cool! My first Fontaine talent book. Alright, first things first, I'm unlock the map here. Oh wait, the statue is behind me? What? I hope you don't grow up to be a psychopath. Man, Fontaine's so big compared to Mondstadt. It actually feels like a legit city. Yay, recipes. Garlic baguette, fish and chips. My favorite. Yeah, I'm gonna break my bank. Oh my god, I can finally make my favorite meal in game.
There's no point worrying about the future.
What kind of weird game are they playing? Oh wait, Lenny is here? I accidentally went to his house. Shit, wrong way, wrong way. Go the other way, go the other way. Oh, another viewpoint. I'll get that later. Another notice board. How much bullshit you're gonna have? Lol. 570,000 more of a bottle. Jesus, that's spooky. Hang on, my friend just sent me a how do I explain it? Code? Yes, code. Tatara? Hmm. Charlotte's first individual photo exhibition will be held in the Vasari Passage. Cool. Oh. Okay. Lol. Lol. Wow. Okay, I've looked around. Yeah, I've looked around. Ooh, wait, no. That's probably the gift I just redeemed. Flame all. Oh, wait, a new achievement as well. Constantly attempt to freeze tainted hydrogen. I mean... I can't believe I actually got one, thanks. Alright, this is Under Wonders of the World. So Hydro Phantasms, not Hydro Idol ones. Okay, this is called Too Hot to Handle. Yuki. Confer... That's a fancy dog. Let me see your wares. Oh, it's not too expensive. Cool. Damn, I really need to get a ton of Morris Spoon. Oh, this is new. Sissy people. Okay. Okay, I did not expect this to be openable. Hey, Mora. No. Wait, is this how I get to the underground? Oh, that's cool. I accidentally discovered it. Thank you for the fruits. Nolette. Lady, just rest and retire. Ooh, waypoint. I'll get that. Hey, Sam. No, it wasn't Charlotte. I really want to explore the Court of Fontaine. Vasari Passage. Please don't tell me it's above. It's probably above.
Let's move out.
How do I get above? Do I really have to pass by Linny's house? Oh wait, maybe the elevator. I didn't read what it said carefully enough. Might have been something that goes upwards.
Let's move out.
I just like slowly exploring because I'm also trying to learn the layout of the map. Oh, you're new.
Let's move out.
Okay, where does this lift go? Oh, it does go upwards. Alright. So I'm probably on the bottom floor. Actually, I should probably... Nah. Go up all the way first. Make my way down slowly and explore. Oh,
Let's move out.
damn. That was so much easier. What is this place? Fancy ass god dog. Alai Memonia. Cute little Melusine. Leah. Alright, Statue of the Seven. Give me the map. Oh shit. I guess that's like underground system. So only one more left. Huh. Okay. 11% done. What? How? What? How? Worship statue. 920. Alright. Virgil. You don't look like you use a sword that much. Okay, so what does the map of this area look like? Damn, so everything connects into that area. Oh, I guess that's what they mean by one of the lines got broken. Opera, please. Oh, it's a separate area. Poisson. Isn't it just water? I may not know French, but pretty sure Poisson just means water. Okay. Well, with that, I think I might be done playing Genshin for today. I'm getting a bit tired because I've been not sleeping too much. I'm gonna take the short nap, and I might stream Cereza later tonight. See y'all next time. Bye.